Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Toys, the YouTube channel all about the coolest gadgets and technology you can find. And today we're going to do something special just for you. Yes, you heard that right, just for you. You sitting there, out there, watching this video. We're going to present you a couple of homemade inventions and experiments that you can do with little materials in the pretty small amount of time frame. We promise you that after watching this whole video that you won't be able to resist the urge to repeat any of these experiments, as they are really easy to do. But before we dive into the video, I will give you 5 seconds to smash that button. Ready? Go! Thanks for doing that. Your support really helps a lot and makes us post even more quality videos to keep you updated on the tech market. So without further introduction, let's get started. First up, we have the magnetic train. It might sound like something fancy or futuristic at first, but then you discover that it is actually one of the easiest and coolest inventions you can do at home. The simple magnetic train experiment involves creating a magnetic field with a battery and a coil of copper wire, which interacts with 2 strong magnets to cause them to move along the coil. Here's how to do the simple magnetic train experiment at home. For the materials, you will need 2 strong magnets. Neodymium magnets work very well, a coil of copper wire, and a battery. Now listen carefully to follow these instructions. First, wrap the coil of copper wire around the cylinder object, such as a pen or a pencil, to create a cylindrical track. Then connect the 2 ends of coil wire to the battery. After that, place the 2 magnets on either side of the coil of wire, making sure that their poles are facing each other. The same poles will repel each other. And finally, observe as the electric current flowing through the coil of wire creates a magnetic field that interacts with the magnets, causing them to move along the coil. Note that the number of turns in the coil, the size of the battery, and the strength of the magnets will affect the movement of the magnets along the coil. You may need to experiment with different configurations to find the one that works best for you. The simple magnetic train experiment is a great way to introduce kids to the principles of electromagnetism and the science behind it. With just a few simple materials, you can create a fun and educational project that demonstrates the interactions between electric current and magnetic fields. Next up, we have something crazy. Have you ever wondered why there aren't any green flowers in the world? Or why aren't the roses blue? Technically, you might be surprised, but there can be both. And the funniest part is that you can do it at home. Many florists sell colored carnations, but I think it's more fun to make your own. And you can learn a little something about plants in the process. Best of all, you can make the flowers just about any color you want. Start with some white carnations from your local florist. You can try with color ones, but for the start, white ones are just gonna make it a lot easier. You will also need food coloring, some small cups, and water. Decide what colors you would like the flowers to be and then add the color to your glass. You will need to add enough food coloring to create a strong color in the water. Just a few drops of coloring will not have much of an effect. Snip the last centimeter of your carnation stem and place the stem in the colored water. Now, just wait. Over the next day, you will see signs of the color emerge in the petals and even in the leaves. Our experiments have shown that sometimes the color emerges within just a few hours. Other times it takes maybe a day or 2. You can make green flowers for St. Patrick's Day, red for Valentine's Day, you get the idea. This is the science of transpiration. It basically means that the plant draws water up through its stem. The water is then evaporated from the leaves and flowers through openings known as stomata. As the water evaporates, it creates pressure that brings up more water into the plant, similar to drinking from a straw. Some trees can transpire dozens, even hundreds of gallons of water on a hot day. How fast the plant transpires depends on temperature, humidity, and even wind. You may want to set up an experiment that tests the transpiration rate of flowers by placing your plant coloring setup in different areas: sunny and dark, windy and still, dry and humid, etc., and see which flower ends up with the most color. By the way, most flower shops do not color the flowers this way. There are many different breeds of flowers that are capable of producing a wide variety of flower colors, but we still think this way is a lot more fun. If you try this out with your kids or your class, please let us know how it went in the comments below. So there were 2 experiments we wanted to show you today, but don't worry, because if you hit that like button and subscribe, there will be a part 2 very soon. We will focus more on tech experiments, but today it would be a mistake to not show you how to create a green flower. I mean, hey, we got St. Patty's Day coming up. Hopefully you liked this video, and if you decide to try any of these experiments, tell us in the comments below and let us know how it went. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one here on Tech Toys.